Just look at that German Bratwurst beer braised golden potato pie. And we've got our German Kartoffelpüree mashed potatoes. That is a fantastic dish. This is comfort food at its best. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are doing a German recipe. It's my recipe. We are doing a German Bratwurst and beer braised golden potato pie. Sounds good? It is good. And we are using German beer. Of course we are. Now, as with all my recipes, when it says beer braised, it is going to be beer braised. It's not going to be 2 teaspoons of beer to beer braised. Okay, let's crack on and show you how to do it. Now don't forget, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of stuff, ring that bell. In here, I've already diced some potatoes for mash. So we're going to do it German style. We're going to make Kartoffelpüree. Anyway, in there, look, a little bit of salt. And let's whack it on behind. Okay, let the mashed potatoes do its thing. In here, a couple of different types of bratwurst. It doesn't matter what you use whatever you can get hold of. Onion, I have a couple of little onions and we are just going to dice. It doesn't really matter how big you dice them. Just reasonable dice, not fine dice and not big dice, somewhere in between. Nice and steady. Now I have some garlic. Garlic optional, but you know, in fact you can get away with not using it because you're using the onion. But you know, garlic gives a nice little flavour to this if you can eat garlic. Right, let's have that mashed up. Now you don't have to mince it like crazy. It's going to be cooked. It's there for flavour. Obviously, if you don't like big chunks of garlic, you're going to have to mince it a bit smaller. Personally, I'm not right bothered. You know, I eat lots of garlic every day. Good for you. There we go. Garlic in there. Now we want some small diced potatoes. Now I've already peeled these, obviously, and we're going to come into some cubes. Now, oops, that might be too big. We're going to cube up some potatoes like that. Doesn't matter if you go a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. No one's bothered. We're not going to get hung up on things like that, but we want some potatoes and we're going to actually put them inside with a fantastic mashed potato top. And mashed potato top, like I say, is going to be a Kartoffelpüree. And you know, if I can't say it, don't leave a comment about this is how you pronounce it. You know, I don't do speech, I do cooking, and I'll show you how to make it properly. So that's our cubed up potatoes, and just dump them back in your bowl. We're not onto that stage yet, we just needed to prep them up. They're in there. Now really, we should dry these a little bit because we're going to fry them. So just give them a little bit of a drying out with a little bit of kitchen towel. Take some of that moisture off. So when we fry them, they're going to fry with a crispy outside. They're going to be golden. That's what we're after. Potatoes, done. Onions, done. Let's clear this off. No water and bits of onion everywhere here. Look. Can't have that. Top job. Now it is a quickish recipe this. There's nothing hard about it. Now cook with whatever you like. This is olive oil, only a little bit. You can put normal oil in, but I'm going in there with a little bit of butter. About that much. But I want that buttery flavour in there, transferred to our onions and things. So if we cook it off like this now, and then get our potatoes in there, they're going to have a buttery finish. Our brats in there. And what we're going to do is a little colour all the way around them. Now you don't need to be cooking with the flame so high, flame fairly low, and just a little bit of colour, turn them over. Now they're not going to colour all the way over, you know, sausages like that or whatever, just get some colour on. Don't worry if your sausages pop, no one cares, it's going in a pie. And they will pop, you know, some of these are made with like powdered meat, or meat with a lot of powder in. Don't worry. And when you've got your sausages cooked to how you like them, I mean these are like blooming hot dog sausages, they're not very good actually. These are way better quality. These brats are fantastic. Anyway, you just have to go shopping and find what you can get hold of. Okay, there's some good enough colour on there for me. They can come out. Fantastic. Lovely. Perfect. Now I want to use this oil and fat for the potatoes. So they're going in first. It's a stir fry on the potatoes before we throw the onion in. A little bit of salt, not too much, because we're using chicken stock in this recipe and it is a little bit salty, and I'm sure there's salt in those sausages. So let's just take it steady on the salt. Now this is not a cook on this. This is try and put a brown on the potatoes. Turn them all over and brown them up. They're going to be a bit like chips really, or roast potatoes. That's what we're after, that effect. Okay, when you've got a little bit of a tinge on there like that, in with our onion and garlic. We're going to have those cooked together now a little bit. In there with about a teaspoon of caraway seeds. Let's have that little stir fry together. So look, you can see we've got these golden potatoes in there. Now you can cook them as long as you like, you know. They don't really need cooking too much because they're going to be braised. There's just a little bit of a stir fry on that. Keep turning it over a little bit. Just cook the rawness out of the onion and garlic. Don't try and brown it, you don't have to. If it browns, so be it. Now we want a couple of tablespoons of flour. All-purpose, plain flour. Give that a little shufty in there with that. Cook out the rawness of the flour. Now this is chicken stock made with a cube. In there, quick one of those, and it's going to go really thick really quickly, because obviously the amount of flour and things that we've just put in there to make a thick sauce. Our beer. Let's have a look at that. Now you can use beef stock if you so wish. I'm using chicken stock because I want the beer braised brats to look beer braised, I want a light coloured golden amber type sauce in our dish. I mean, that smells incredible. So let's have that in there, all of it. This is how you beer braise. You don't put in 2 teaspoons of beer and say it's beer braise. Get it in there. And then we're putting our brats back in there. We're going to give it about 10 to 12 minutes in there, and then it should thicken, and then we're going to transfer it to an oven dish, cover it in mashed potatoes and cook in the oven. Fantastic. The smell in here is absolutely tremendous. I love it. I love it. It's everywhere. Beer braising. Now, for all of you people that are worried about alcohol, it cooks off, but keeps the flavour. Okay, very quickly, while this is beer braising away, we're going to move it to one side and do the mashed potatoes. Potatoes, boiled, drained. Little bit of milk, little bit of butter, bit more, little bit of salt, not much, little bit of black pepper. Get your black pepper in there, we want it seasoned up. And then in there with a pinch of nutmeg. And then start mashing any which way you like. Mash them up. What a nice creamy mash on here. Now, I normally like texture, but these are going to be a bit creamier for this dish. And we're going to add sour cream. Give it that nice creaminess. Okay, I want about 2 tablespoons of sour cream in there. Now then. Now you can put chopped parsley in here if you want. Anything like that, but we're not going to herb it up. That is our mashed potato ready for the top of our dish. Done. You can check for seasoning on this. Wow, delicious. That is perfect. We've got a sauce. That's what we need. Turn off. That is that bit done. Now we have to put it in a tray and get it in the oven. Okay, you want your oven on at home, 190, 180, 190 actually. We're going 180 on here. Let it do its thing, let it warm up. We want that in there. It doesn't matter how you get it in, we want some of the sauce underneath with the sausages on. So dump some of that in there and get your sausages in. Or your brats. The only thing is, I want to go brat, that type of brat, that white brat with that smoky brat. Then I want to go another white brat, and then that smoky brat. You get the idea. Now that is looking pretty good to me. Over with our mashed potatoes. I'm coming down the middle first, and then we're going to come in to the sides. And then all you do is bring it to the edge. And you can be as neat as you want. It doesn't need neatness for mashed potatoes. It needs peaks. Peaks crisp over, make it nice and golden. That looks fantastic. For me, a little bit of pepper, as you all know. In the oven, 20 minutes. Or 25. I'll split the difference, 22. On it goes, time to wash up. There you go. Okay, and hot. Let's get that. Oh, bubble, bubble. Just look at that beauty. We need to let that settle down for about 7 or 8 minutes. Let it cool down a little bit and then we'll scoop some out. Well, I hope no one minds, but I really can't wait that 10 minutes, 8 minutes or 10 minutes to take some of that out of there. I want to get in there, And we know those sausages are there. So there's got a bit of mash and stuff there. So we are going to just do that. So let's get in. Oh, look at that. Oh, on there. Just look at that. German Bratwurst beer braised golden potato pie. And we've got our German Kartoffelpüree mashed potatoes. That is a fantastic dish. Let's get dug in. Oh, now this is comfort food at its best. We've got those potatoes that's been cooked in that beer braise with that caraway seed and onions. Oh, come on, in here. Oh, and it's taken on the flavour of the brats. Oh. Oh, you kidding me? Oh, man. What a superb, pleasant flavour. It is incredible. Serve it with sauerkraut, anything like that. That is absolutely fantastic. That is a really, really good dish. If you like what we're doing, don't forget a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.